Okay. And now each of us will kind of just give a little talk over our experience that we had with CFUM, and we'll start with Kim.
So when I started in the project in the beginning, I was worried that there wouldn't be enough to help with. Sometimes facilities like that, they get kind of an overabundance of volunteers. But after the second, the third, and the fourth time, my opinion on that changed. I grew a lot more comfortable with the children. I actually felt as though I was helping them accomplish things with their education and social behaviors. The Thanksgiving meal that we helped out at was a huge success. People from all over the community and within other churches donated and prepared food. There were quite a few volunteers that came out to serve the meal. They greeted everyone as they came up to get their plate. Everyone that was there and just seeing their faces, hearing their gratitude towards the meal gave me a complete feeling of helping people in need within my own neighborhood. In the beginning of our servant leadership class, we had discussed the 10 principles of servant leadership. Working with CFUM, I kind of went through those and I noticed that we did almost every single one of them. We used our listening skills during all activities when the children had questions. In the beginning, they kind of worked on their workbook or crossword puzzles. We used empathy with the children and adults during serving the meals and the reading time. We gave them nutrition that can be helpful with healing and malnutrition. We all became aware of the people that are suffering in our community. We had a commitment to the growth of others and building a community and the foundation of CFUM's mission. It was just neat that we all got to be a part of that. Bim will now go over his experience.
All right, thank you. So overall, I thought the project went really well. I really like the organization. I personally had a lot of fun volunteering and being part of the nonprofit organization that gave so much to their community. So out of those other projects like Breakfast Club and Havens Club, I chose to do the supper one. I also did a little bit part of Haven Club, like a couple of days, but majority of the time I did volunteer at Supper Club. The one thing I really enjoyed was seeing people from different churches and even college students like myself come together to help feed people that didn't have food, and it kind of brought back memory because when I was in Boise, Idaho, I worked at a community center for city of Boise, and CFOM was kind of like that, where they gave so much to the kids and helped them out. And I'm gonna pass it down to Kate next, and she's gonna explain her experience.
All right, thank you. So I think that overall this project and even this course has been a real eye-opener for me. I've learned a lot of different things that I honestly wasn't really expecting to learn. I wasn't really sure what I was going into when I started this course, but I'm very thankful for all of it. At the beginning of this course, I didn't even know what a servant leader was. I remember doing the survey, and that was one of the questions, and I was like, I couldn't really tell you. But now that I do know what a servant leader is and, what they do and what they provide, I am able to apply that to both my personal and professional life, which I think is awesome. It's a great thing to take away from this class. Working with CFUM specifically really gave me a feel for the different kinds of communities that are out there, specifically so close to me that I never knew were really there. Seeing the different struggles that a lot of these individuals often face taught me a lot of different lessons. And not only was it interesting to see the people being served and how they lived, but it was also interesting to see the people who were serving them and how they lived, and the joy that they got out of it or the reasons that they had behind it were also different. Specifically, the supervisor of the supper club, his name was Brian, and I thought he was so great to work with. You could just tell how much he really cared for all of the people that he was serving and all of the joy that he got from providing them a meal every night of the week. And he also came straight from his full-time job almost every single night. I just thought it was great that, like he took that time out of his day every day, even if he had a long day, to come and make sure that that was done and that those people got everything they needed for the night. So yeah, overall, I think I gained a lot from my short time with CFUM, and it made me have a real appreciation for the things that I do have and all of the things that I personally have access to in my own life. Because, sometimes you just need to take a step back and realize that, and realize not everybody has everything that they need. And so yeah, on to Anna.
So I think the main thing that I gained from this experience volunteering with CFUM was within myself was just that feeling, that sense of purpose when helping a child read or overcome a math problem, overcome anything really, even small, big. And them saying thank you or watching them solve the next problem without help because I figured how to. Honestly, so coming from day to day and seeing how much my little reading has improved in such a short time, amazing. How I help with that just gives me that sense of purpose. Another thing I gained was seeing how much opportunity there is within the Riverbend community. So attending the Riverbend tour, I had no idea. I mean, there was so much different things that you can help with, help this community with, and that was really amazing. So just to see how easy it is to actually sign up and help for even one day or a few hours. Um, and also just seeing how many other places, groups and businesses come and help as well. So um, during one of the, while I was at Supper Club, there was this group that would come and do the supper. They did it like the first of every Wednesday of the month or something like that. So it was this business, and it's awesome to see how many different places come to help this one place and help that community. So, they have a certain time and date every month that they dedicate a day and take more time out, no matter what. That's their day, and they do it. So within this project, I also met some amazing people and children that I will never forget. Gained some friendships, and overall just gained more happiness with myself too. It was a really good experience. I'm really glad that I was able to be a part of it.